come with me. I have to run some errands. So I figured we can get ready together and have a little chit chat. First off, I look so scary. Oh my God. This is so embarrassing, but funny at the same time. Anyways, let's get cracking because I have to go to the cleaners and I have to go to Ace Hardware and I'm gonna grab a matcha. But they close early, so we gotta get this rolling. Okay. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I already put moisturizer and what did I put? Oh, tone water and no, tone water. Water toner. Moisturizer, and I'm gonna put some sunblock. Honestly, you guys, I don't like putting sunblock. I feel like it irritates my eyes. I don't know if any of you can recommend one that doesn't, but I find that all of them do. Really, like it really irritates my eye where it burns. So I gotta find a new one. But anyways, so I wanted to come on here to chit chat for a little bit. So this morning I read my book, which is a book that I'm reading about the Brooklyn Bridge. And I find it so fascinating. So I actually have been it's been a long time for me to continue with this book because it's one of those books where, how do I explain this? It's so dense. And I love it. I love the lore of the 19th century, which is the 1800s. And I only say it because I always have a hard time remembering which century belongs to which era. And so I love it, but it's just so dense. And there's a lot of engineering concepts, architecture concepts. It's fascinating, really. But the one thing that struck a chord with me today was obviously they had to create tunnels, these caissons, and it's fascinating how people died because they had no idea that the caissons, the pressure that's in the caisson actually made people sick and some people died. And I think it's fascinating because it's trial and error, right? Like life is trial and error. Like you don't know until you do it. And along the way, you'll find challenges. And I think it's fascinating how we see the Brooklyn Bridge and it's this amazing marvel. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I'm from Brooklyn originally. I would stare at it and I was a kid because I thought it was so beautiful. I mean, it was old looking, but that's what I liked about it. And you can walk from Brooklyn all the way to downtown Manhattan. And I remember in the 90s, when I would walk, I guess, I'm assuming here, I don't know for a fact, but it looked like it was guys that were working in Wall Street. They would rollerblade across the bridge to go to work. I mean, I find that so fascinating and I find it so like lively, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm reading this book and I find it so fascinating how we see a finished product and we don't know how it's going to end up, and we don't know what's going to happen along the way, right? We just know that what we want to see and what we intend to create, but we really won't know until it happens and until we put our head down and we do it. And yeah, along the way there was a lot of challenges. I'm only midway to the book, and I find it so fascinating. There's a lot of I mean, this was a great feat, right? It was going to unite two boroughs, and it was necessary for business. So anyways, I was reading that, and then I started watching the Gloria Steinem documentary on HBO, and I find her fascinating as well. And it made me think about my life a little bit and about woman. And yeah, I had this conversation with my mom this morning, and I said, you know, I think it's very, I think it's, I don't think that we can think that a woman can have a career and have kids. And I say that only because it's so much is demanded from women, you know? And I think the pressure is even more so now more so than ever. I feel like the pressure is just augmented. And in a way, it makes me sad too, because gosh, like sometimes I think about it. I don't have a family. I don't have kids. I was married, but I never really wanted kids. And I remember I told my ex-husband that. I said I don't really know if I want kids. Like, I'm okay with being, you know, that woman that's just okay with not having kids, and maybe just, you know, doing our own thing. I just didn't. So it's weird because I've never had that. I never had that inclination to be a mom. Like, I feel like if I had to do it, I would do a great job, but it's not like a desire of mine, you know? And when I was younger, I thought maybe when I get older, I'll want to be a mom. And I feel like it never came. And then my assumption about myself, because I wasn't sure, I always thought it was just a maybe, was confirmed when I got divorced. I was trying to get pregnant for 6 months, and I really didn't want to get pregnant. It was just, I had a horrible time with it. I didn't. I was just not good. I was plagued with so much uncertainty, so much worry, so much anxiety. I kept thinking about my career. My career would end because my ex-husband wanted me to stay at home, and I didn't really want to stay at home. I felt like doom, you know? And I remember I would cry sometimes in the shower, and I didn't understand. And now looking back, I think, what if I was married to someone else? Would I feel the same way? I don't know, right? I can't say because I just don't know. But I do know that I didn't want to have kids because the doctor, after the 6 months, my ex-husband filed, and then I had a subsequent gynecologist appointment, and she goes, oh, you know, your 6 months are over. She's like, are you gonna do the in vitro? I said, well, no, because I'm getting a divorce, so I don't think I'm gonna go that route. She hands me a brochure to freeze my eggs, and she gave it to me, and I looked at it and I was like, no thanks, I'm not interested. I really wasn't interested in freezing my eggs. I'm still not interested in freezing my eggs. I think that I don't know. I don't know if it's not that I mind. I just don't like the pressure that comes with it. I mean, I felt so much pressure, you guys. Like, I felt like I wanted to concentrate on my career, keep making more money, keep going, moving up the ladder, and just staying, you know, with someone, and then us buying a house. I wanted to do all those things, but the pressure of like bringing home money, the pressure of like making sure your husband's satisfied at home, making sure you look 10 out of 10, making sure you know how to cook a meal, making sure your house is spotless. I think it's so much. And I personally feel like that pressure was really what did it for me. And so I have gone on a tangent, and I don't know why I brought this up. Okay, no, I remember now. Because I was watching the Gloria Steinem documentary, and they talk about like women have only two options, either to make money or have kids, but you can't do both. And some say that you can. I think you can, but it takes a partner that like will help you 100% and will be able to take the load when you have to unload some. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of factors. I think anything's possible, but for me at least it wasn't. And Alexa, cue, man, I feel like a woman. Okay, I decided to do my hair, you guys, because I was like, why not? I feel, well, so really, I haven't done my hair in like a few days because it's been so hot. So I just put it up, like gel it. I do like a slick back, which I love. I think it's so sophisticated, but there's something about your hair being all like bouncy and like, va va voom, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's get cracking. I never know if to do a middle part. What do you guys think? Comment below. Can you guys help me decide? Am I a middle part girl? Or, is it better this way? Or am I a side part girl? I don't know. I'm having a hard time right now because my hair's longer than I want. So I always had like hair up to here, I guess. I feel like I don't look good with like really long hair. Actually, during pandemic, my hair was long and it just like dangles, and my hair's thin, so it doesn't really do anything. So about 3 years ago, I did a bob before the bob became a thing. Because everyone at that time was with the long hair. They were obsessed with long hair. But I have always loved bob since I was a child, which is so bizarre. I always asked my mom to like cut my hair. I find them so chic. So I cut my hair for the past 3 years. And then last year, the last time I cut my hair really, really short was like right here. Right below my ear. It was October and my hair is this long now. And I don't want it to go any longer because I do miss the short hair time. Like just doing my hair in 10 minutes is amazing. So I have to find someone to cut my hair here in South Carolina. So once I do, I think I'm just gonna cut it again and be a short hair bob girly. What I like. Anyways, let's get ready. Let's get dressed. The amount of mess I make, it's like, oh my god. And we need more blush because I have blush blindness. Okay. How do I look? Better, right? See? I'm telling you. Blush was also the first thing my mom let me wear because she was like, you cannot wear a whole bunch of makeup. So she only let me wear lip gloss and blush. She didn't let me wear foundation because she was like, you're too young for it. And to this day, I've never been a fan of the full B makeup thing. I always do my makeup really, really light, and I prefer it that way. And by the way, let me tell you guys something. I don't like when people fix my pictures on Instagram or in TikTok. Like when they like do like a whole freaking job on me. Like I get, one, so offended, but two, I just don't care to look like a bombshell. But this proves my point. There's this girl that I saw on someone's Instagram, and you know, it comes up on your suggestion on Instagram and whatnot. And on the pictures, she looks, you guys, like a bombshell, like amazing, beautiful. I met her in person and I got taken aback, you guys. I met and I went like this. I went like that because that was my reaction, and it wasn't, and I hope she didn't like, I think I made that reaction as I was like approaching her, but I didn't think that it was her, but I don't think she noticed. But I was like, oh my God, she looks like night and day. And this is my point. Why do that? Because when they meet you, you're not gonna look like a picture. I mean, unless you're in your house all day and you're like in jail, but like other than that, they're just not. So I always say, just like present yourself as you are. If people think you're pretty good, and if people think you're not, then that's good too. At the end of the day, what matters is how you feel about yourself. And I think that's the most liberating feeling you can have, because then no one can have anything on you. You know what I mean? Like they can't hold you down, you know what I mean? And they can't have power over you. So anyways, my point of the story is, don't fix yourselves too much, girls, because I've seen it when I see you guys, like when I meet them, and it's just horrible. And I can't imagine the poor guys. Like, we talk about women, but I feel bad for the men. Like, they're constantly being duped, and the reality is we're all not going to look the same. I mean, we're all going to look different, and it's our differences that will attract people, you know what I mean? So just be happy about it. I don't know. Anyways, let's get ready because I've been talking too much. Okay, so the other thing is, before I get ready, actually put my pants on, I need to go get my jeans hemmed on the bottom. And I do have the sewing machine, but I don't feel confident in making a hem on these Citizens of Humanity jeans. So I'm actually gonna go get them hemmed. So I bought these. These are the Citizens of Humanity Miro. And for some reason, I bought the same size in a different color and it was shorter. So I don't know if I didn't read the description correctly or if they just come a little bit longer on the different colors. But you see, this is too long. I don't know if you can see it. It's too long. So I think, and maybe you guys can help me, I kind of like it to be this length, right? What do you guys think? Hold on. What do you guys think? I think maybe shorter, right? Or you think that's too short already? I kind of like when the when it shows like the sorry. I like when your sock peeks a little through because I wear a lot of loafers. So maybe if I take it up, a little bit, like maybe I would say less than 1 inch, half an inch. Let's try that. What do you guys think? Yeah, see, that's what I like. I like it this way. Let's try with the loafer. Yeah, see, it looks so much better shorter. Okay, perfect. See, it's like cool girl, like, yeah. Okay, one down. I need to get the other one done. Okay, second one. Let me just fix my camera. I don't think I need it. What do you guys think? I think it's long enough. Let's see. Let's move this closer. I think it's long enough. Yeah, anything longer. Unless I do. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about that? This length. Actually, it looks a little bit more flattering. Yeah, I think it looks more flattering. Like this. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Yeah, I feel like it looks a little bit more flattering, like slightly up, right? This one's gonna be hard to choose. This is gonna be hard to choose because I'm gonna have to make a decision real quick. Anyways, I'm gonna go change and we'll go on our way. Okay. Belt. Let's put our belt on. Hopefully you can see the belt. It's just a belly button from Mango. And my Margot sandals. I love these, you guys. They're so good. And so versatile. They look so good with dresses, jeans, shorts, capris. If you wanted to wear capris, I'm not into capris. You can wear them. You can wear the lace part up or down. Very nice. And then my bag. What do you guys think? Me? Something simple, just to take these things to the dry cleaner when I come on. Now we're done. Okay, I'm in my car now. Finally, guys, you have no idea what happened to me. I pinned the pair of jeans, the first ones that I tried on, and then they came undone. So then I had to take off my clothes, put them back on, try them with the loafer, and pin it correctly. I have the pins and the clip, and I think if you guys are, if you want a little tip, I think the pins are better. The actually clips, they look like paper clips almost. Not paper clips. They look like they're plastic clips. They look like, I'm gonna insert a picture for you guys to know, but these clips are better. I think they grab onto the jeans a lot better than the other pins that are pointy and that can kind of hurt you. My tip from me to you. Okay, come with me. Going to drop off my dry cleaning. I'll let you know what happened. Guys, I'm walking back to my car because the cleaners are closed. Oh no. I guess I have to come back. Guys, the cleaners were closed. And I drove like 45 minutes off those pair of jeans, but it's okay. It's just they'll be back July 5th, which is Monday. No. Wait. I said June 30th to July 5th. Oh, and tomorrow they're closed. So yeah, I'll have to drop them off Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, it's okay. It was a nice little trip. I put some music on and some much needed AC, and I can't complain. So now I'm going to go to Ace Hardware to get a hinge for the sewing table that my sister was helping me put together. Actually, they put it together. I didn't do anything. But the part that came with the desk, one of the hinges has a defect. So I'm going to try to get a replacement at Ace. And there's a little coffee shop at Ace, so let's go. I feel like singing the song, Let's Go. Let's go and hide. You know that song that says, we're going to hide. Get yourself up. We're going to hide. I just have the let's go part on my head. Here, walking my 10 to 15,000 steps. I try to do it 3 to 4 times a week. And I'm listening to this Coffee Break German, which is a podcast to learn German. I find that I can concentrate while I walk to do it. I've tried doing it while I'm working, and it just doesn't work because I just lose concentration, and I can't. I have to focus on one thing at a time. So I'm going to get my steps in, learn some German, and I'll talk to you later. Guys, I'm gonna do my skincare. I'm gonna do a mask and then go to bed. Take off all this makeup, put a mask on, and I will talk to you guys next time. Good night.